So I guess I'm officially never to be surprised by anything ever again, because it just didn't seem possible that John Fetterman could possibly win any race for anything. Never mind senator. That's a big deal. And let's take a look at what Pennsylvanians are getting.
Well, let's talk about inflation, because that's a big concern for voters. What do you think the biggest cause of inflation is? And should the Biden administration be doing more?
No, I just do. I think that simply is also, let's talk about the trillions in massive tax cuts to the corporate tax structure as well. True.
As well, true indeed. And I think that now that he's won, you won't see him talking out in public very much or ever. In fact, I think it's probably likely that he gets replaced at some point. My money's on the Gimp from Pulp Fiction. But I'll tell you what, I would not want to be Dr. Oz today. That's going to be a huge blow to his self-esteem. Because he lost an election to, well, a guy who can't talk. But this is kind of mind-blowing, and it says something about politics, doesn't it? Modern politics. Because, I watched the debate, and Mehmet Oz is kind of meh, but he seemed competent. I thought he did fine. He's not like some sort of extremist. If anything, a lot of conservatives wouldn't find him conservative enough. So really, that should have been enough. John Fetterman, his brain doesn't work. It's obvious. It's obvious that he's not really going to be a senator. It just seems unlikely that this is a guy that could be making decisions. I'd be surprised if he can brush his teeth by himself. And I feel bad for him having a stroke and all of that, of course. It's just, this is kind of serious business. And where is the bar now? What about coma? Can you be in a coma and win? Well, it turns out the bar is even lower than that. A dead man was reelected as a Pennsylvania state representative, an actual dead man. A guy who died on October 9th at 85. Apparently it was too late to change the ballot, so he remained the Democratic nominee for Pennsylvania's 32nd legislative district. A dead man. Now, in all fairness, because Radio Baloney is a fair channel, Republicans voted in a dead man too back in 2018. So nobody's completely innocent in this, I guess, lunacy. But when you're talking about a Senate seat, which is actually a really important and powerful position, I just feel like the bar should be higher than still alive. So I guess just nothing matters anymore. I guess that's the point. Because anybody who actually paid attention to him can't possibly think that he's competent to be a senator, right? That they must know that somebody else is going to be making the decisions. They essentially voted in somebody else. It was just the right team. So it doesn't really matter that it's John Fetterman. They could replace him with a Zika baby. That'd probably be fine too. Now, there is one really salient point that needs to be made, and let's just watch this video clip first.
I do want to clarify something. You're saying tonight that you support fracking, that you've always supported fracking, but there is that 2018 interview that you said, quote, I don't support fracking at all. So how do you square the two?
I do support fracking, and I support fracking, and I stand and I do support fracking.
Now, I thought at that moment, well, he's done. He's obviously done. But what I didn't know was that at the time of this debate, 70% of Democrats had already cast their ballot because of Pennsylvania's very long early voting period. So if not for that, does he still win? Maybe, maybe not. But either way, I just really want to know what that thing on his neck is. Anyway, please subscribe, like, and share. Sharing really helps me out. Thank you so much for that. I will see you next time.